Hello sexy souls and welcome back to the channel. So we are, as promised, I said I would do a sex related pick a card reading and yeah, I was inspired to do this kind of a spread. I was literally lying in bed last night and I was like, oh, that'd be a really good idea. So I have a spread that I'm going to do. So I am going to pre-pull the cards first and kind of set them up in this way that I want to do it. So there's no real channeling as much. I'm going to be fully just like looking at the imagery and trying to pick out through the symbolism and everything. So yeah, I'm excited about this reading today. I just want to show you something. I started making merch and I don't like the word merch, so I called it the Feng, kind of like Feng Shui, the Feng collection. This is a t-shirt that just came into my mind and I was like, this is a cool t-shirt. So I just want to make things that I would want to wear. I'm not going to make that many things, but it's on the website if you want to check them out. And I also have a mug that says retrograde with a like LGBT flag in the background with little stars. So you can check that out. I'm going to only upload a few products to the website in the next couple of weeks because I have ideas of stuff, but these are the only two that are up. The mug and this t-shirt, it says Starseed and it says an extra sexy soul. So if you like this, it's good. It's through a company that basically they print it for me. They print my idea and they do the logo and everything. So they have my little logo here too, which is cool. And it's actually really, really thick. Well, thicker than I thought it would be. Like, you know, like some t-shirts through these companies are really bad quality. This is a really good, like, I wear this when I'm like lounging around. Like this morning I was wearing it because I was cleaning. No, I shouldn't have wore it when I was cleaning, but I didn't get it dirty actually. Anyway, I'm blabbering on here about shite that doesn't even matter. So throw that over there. Was there anything else I wanted to say? I don't think so. Oh, there's 5-minute readings still available. The link is in the description and I will be recording them tomorrow. I don't have that many people booked with me this week, so it might be longer than, no, it's not 5 minutes, sorry, 7 minutes. It might be longer than 7 minutes, so you might just find yourself a little bargain. But do read the description because I only will be reading certain things. So if you're going through a really tough time, that's not a good reading to purchase. Look at my other options. But yeah, if you're looking for something fun, quick, or whatever, the 7-minute readings are going to be recorded tomorrow. And I hope that I'm uploading this on Saturday. Otherwise, if you don't see this on Saturday and it's past, I'm sorry, but sometimes life gets in the way. Anyway, how many piles are we going to do? So we're going to be looking into what your like sexual relationship is like at the minute and what is the masculine and what is the feminine going through and how are they working together. That's what we're going to be looking into. I know I have a lot of lesbians watching me and no, I don't know if I have that many gay guys, a few, but majority are heterosexual, I think. I don't know. But I have had a few lesbians and stuff in the past, but you know yourself, so who's the more masculine energy. It's not about who's more manly looking or whatever, it's who has the more masculine energy. I'm not going to make a video about that right now, but that's what we're going to be looking into. And it's more so this, my intention for this reading today is more so geared or focused on people who are in a relationship at the minute. But you can also watch Pick a Pile and see if it resonates with maybe a relationship that you were in the past, or it could be signifying something that you're going to be, your energy that you have right now in a relationship that you could be moving into. So if there's some things that you don't like in this reading, you can change it. That's the point. So yeah, let us see what energies we have. So I have decided, yeah, we're going to have 3 pies. So just, I'm going to be using this, the Sexual Tarot. Is that what it's called? Where's the box? I don't know. Sexual Tarot, I think it's called. And I love whoever got me this. Please let me know who you are because you didn't give me your name or email me or anything. But I love them. They're so tiny. I think I showed you in the last video. But like I was like really excited to use these. And I've had this deck for a really long time, and for the first, like, I've had this, no, not a really long time. I've had it like a month, but like COVID time feels like forever. So I've had it like a month or something. But this is the Sabbath Tarot, and yeah, as you can see, it's very sexual. So we're going to be using this as well, and I'm excited because I was kind of a little bit weird with this deck. I didn't know it was really like heavy for me at the start. Not hot and heavy, like just like really like whoa, whoa, whoa. It wasn't even sexual images or anything, because that doesn't bother me. It was just the connection that I had. It was like I was channeling like past life kind of stuff, and I was like, whoa. So I haven't used it, but since someone gifted me this, I'm like, this is a perfect time, because I have like a feminine kind of deck, and then I have a masculine deck, and now I'm going to combine both of these together. So, yeah, that is all I think I have to say. And I don't think I have anything, no. So go ahead and choose one of the 3 piles that I haven't, I'm going to shuffle them before, but I haven't done that yet, so. And I will see you in a second. Okay, hello group number 1. So, hope you like my little layout here. So the first row is the feminine energy, and the back row is the masculine energy. So I will reveal the back row after I've spoken about the front row. So, I will pull the cards up closely as I'm kind of talking about stuff. But overall, yeah, the sexual energy at the minute is a little bit, it's almost like there is miscommunication and awkwardness, definitely, when it comes to the bedroom. Like, you might think that things are going well, and then all of a sudden it's like it's like those awkward accidents of like, because with you, well, I'm going to stop saying you. With the feminine energy, we have the 2 of Swords here, and I kind of feel like the communication, there's too much of thinking, because I do know what is in the back row as well, so I have looked at the back row, and I'm linking up what's really happening here. Is there needs to be more with the feminine energy, her sexual, like, of wanting things to be so passionate and to have more communication and everything just seems a little bit here that the feminine energy just wishes that everything would work out so perfectly, because she's trying to bring more of this romance through sex, but it's ungrounded, so it doesn't really work out here. So the communication when it comes to actually having sex is just a little bit awkward. It's like if you bang heads or something, or they're trying to put your leg a certain way and you can't stretch it that far, or there's just the communication. I feel, I hear, I see things, and it's just not, it's not exactly chill, let's say. It's not very chill, but that is because of the feminine energy. The feminine is making things overly complicated. Yeah. Here with the 4 of Wands, we have the 4 of Wands in the masculine as well. Here, I feel that you are kind of, you're really more focused on sex right now than the masculine. You kind of feel that, you know, you wanna do it like on the couch, and you wanna do it in the hotel, and you wanna do it in all these places, and you wanna you're wanting to add a little bit more excitement, because what I'm really sensing here with the Divine Feminine is that she's not owning her Divine Feminine. You're trying to control because of something that has happened in the past, and there's a little bit of, you feel like you can't trust them or something, or you just think that you're not good enough. So you're trying to use sex as a way to put yourself in front of them and be like, here I am. So you're a little bit more ballsy when it comes to sex. Like you're not really afraid to do whatever they want to do, but you're also kind of a little bit controlling of it, because you're wanting it to go exactly you're wanting it to go exactly how you want it to go, but you're being very pushy. And I think that because here, this Seven of Swords, it feels like it feels like there has been an argument because of something that was found out. So for some of you, I am hearing that they have cheated. It doesn't really feel like they cheated. It feels more like you took their phone, you seen they were messaging someone, and there was some sort of an argument over it, and it was kind of sorted, but something feels like it's a little minute like thing. It feels like you're making it more complicated than it needs to be, and you need to trust more, because if that one little tiny thing is going to make you act like this, then you really need to sort out that, because that is what is really causing you to feel like you want everything to be like this, and you want it to, you're kind of using sex as a way to make a stronger connection, but the connection can't happen until you realize that you are good enough for them and they won't leave you. If you think they're going to leave you, then you're literally pushing them away through telepathic thoughts. Basically, you're sending a signal to them that you don't trust them, so they don't feel safe around you to be intimate with you, because they feel your guilt. Not your guilt. Well, for some of you, I feel like there's a little bit of both here. There's secrecy with both of you, but all I see here is two people that want to just fall in love. But with the way that the world is at the minute, it's really complicated and it's really hard, because people really need a lot of healing when it comes to learning how romantic relationships actually should be. Because for the past, I don't know how long, we've been kind of brainwashed growing up through our teens, watching porn, seeing porn being a certain way, when it's all about the body and it's not about the actual passion through the connection, and then you feel the passion, but you have to feel it. And I think that's what you need to start working on for yourself, is to let go of the control and let yourself just feel into the energy of it, because there's three women in this, or two women in this card, and I think that because it's next to the Seven of Swords, I feel like you just really want them to stop looking at other girls. So maybe they're watching porn, or they are scrolling through Instagram and there's these hot models, or you're just really I feel like you're really putting yourself down, and you're trying to be someone that is making yourself toxic, because you're picking up these bad habits that aren't what your soul wants you to do at all. Okay, you really want him to prove to you that he loves you, and you need to stop saying that these girls are his type. That's his type. I'm not his type. That's his type. You need to stop saying that. Stop saying that, and his phone is his property. That's because I do feel like there is a secrecy to this man through what I've seen already, a preview of. I feel like there is a little bit of secrecy to them, but that's just what they like. They like privacy in their life. But at the minute, they don't feel really safe to share stuff with you in case you react a certain way. Okay, so it's nothing serious here. It's just you need to talk about things, and you also need to let. I'm saying you, sorry if the roles are reversed, but you really, it's almost like you have been watching porn to see if this will work. Like, what if they want me to, maybe if I let them slap me on the ass or something like that, then that's going to be something that's going to get them going. No, that's not what's working here at all. And trying to bring the environment, going out and having sex on a swing, for example, having sex in the swing beside a tree, or, bringing food into the equation and rubbing chocolate all over your breasts and him lick it off or whatever. No, this is not this is not what I feel you need to be doing. What you need to be doing is just breathing, feel their breath, imagine the hairs, the tingles on their skin, smell their skin, use your senses, slow the F down, and then you're gonna feel what it's all about. And they will feel that, because when they feel that you're feeling safe, and you're feeling more relaxed, they relax. They might then start speaking. They might saying, lift your leg, but doing it in a really gentle and smooth way. That's what it is. Because basically, I see that you're trying to be like a different person when it comes to when you are intimate with them. And that's what I think is the problem here. Because we'll look at the back row now. I'm just going to turn them around. I'll actually show you them one by one. So we have the Four of Swords here. And as you can see, there's the cross in the background, Jesus Christ. We have the Four of Swords. So this card always talks about like resting and being alone. So at the minute, they really feel like they want some time to themselves. And I feel like even when you are in bed together, I feel like you're kind of like really clinging on to them or something. You're just not really giving them their space. And this is making them act the way that they are, because they're hiding their thoughts from you as well, I'm hearing, because it's just, they don't want to let their guard down, because they want to be the masculine. But at the minute, you are being more over like controlling in a different way. So they don't feel like they're in a relationship where they are the more protector kind of energy or able to protect you, because you're acting out of sorts. You're not being your true authentic self, and they're sensing that. So that's why there's this kind of disconnect. But they're not going to tell you, because they feel like if they tell you, you're going to try and control them even more. And this masculine energy definitely does not want to be controlled. Let me tell you that. we have here the Two of Swords, which is all thinking, etc. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here for the masculine. So what I really feel from this is that they're actually quite grounded. Because I'm seeing the 8, and I'm seeing like the snake is coming into the middle. So I feel like it's almost like when they are having sex with you, they're actually enjoying it, and they like the pace that things are going at. It's almost like they are syncing up with your energy, but you aren't, because you don't trust it or something. So they are in this flow state of like just going with the flow, because they're not in their head. They're probably in their head kind of fantasizing and like enjoying it, but they're not in their head as much as you are, and they just like things to just go with the flow. And they're very grounded when it comes to having sex, and grounded in a good way. They're grounded, like they're slow, moving slow. So here we have. Also, I don't feel like this person is overly like kinky. They're more of like they like normal kind of missionary position. Like they don't really like too much things happening all at once or adding things in. And if you like that, you need to kind of bring the two things together with the Two of Pentacles here. You need to bring these two energies together. We have the Four of Wands here, and we have the Four of Wands here. But with this Four of Wands, I'm definitely feeling that I think that he has a job that's really hard going. So when he comes home, he just wants to recharge. He wants to plug himself into the earth of his own home, and he wants to just recharge. For anyone that is married to this person, like, they are happy in their marriage. And for anyone that isn't married, they have seen you as someone that they would like to be together with forever. But yeah, they're just the trust issue with the divine feminine has to change. She has to open up a little bit more with that. And we also have the fawn here, which is like the Fool card. And I love this Fool card because he's in the forest, and it's like, this is where I've seen, like, he likes taking risks. He likes to try out new things, but at the same time, he loves, the one thing that he loves more than anything is having his free will to be adventurous and to go and do something without you having to put them off what they want to do, okay? Because he's hiding here in the trees, hiding in the shadows, and he can keep things secret, okay? He's very much got his, he doesn't share his plans with everyone. He likes to have a little bit of secrecy to what he is doing. So that's why you might sometimes feel the Seven of Swords comes into play, because you feel like there's something that they're hiding. But yeah, I'm also feeling like we're definitely here. This person doesn't feel like, or they've never even had this happen to them, so it wouldn't even cross their mind. They've never had trauma or any like rejection in their life, so they don't really normally have that come over in their head or have that come in their thoughts. So the natural thing that they envision is a happy future with you, and I feel like they miss a little bit of the motherly energy. So they're actually, the masculine here is doing a little bit more work on healing the future. And I think that you are trying to figure out the past. They're focusing on the future, you're focusing on the past. And you need a little bit more perseverance and patience, especially, okay, your sacral chakra, you need to be more patient. You need to slow down and you need to just wait, because it's not going to happen overnight. Like, you're not just going to watch this video and then go have sex and calm down and something goes wrong. You're like, oh, that didn't work. It's going to take time for you, because for you, you are kind of naturally healing your sexual energy, your sacral energy, and you are learning to work with it a little bit more. I also feel like you are thinking a lot in the past of like all that you did for them and how much kind of like you were always the one giving, and they never really give back. Well, then this is the time now to start changing thinking like that.St of all, stop thinking like that and say, yes, I will give, but they also need to give. But there doesn't need to be a drama here. It needs to be a very much, the last card we have is the Yang. So very much both of you, this person needs to feel safe to bring in the masculine energy, and you need to heal the toxic kind of masculine traits that you may have picked up. Because it's not your fault that you're feeling this way. There's something has happened and it tested you, and now you're having to heal stuff that you didn't want to heal. It just came up, and now you're like, well, I'm the only one really suffering here, but you're not. You need to start to prove to them through your actions that you are, ready to trust them again. You don't have to say it, you just have to show it. Because they don't feel safe to say certain things around you, or they don't feel safe to be more intimate with you, because they can sense that you don't feel like they're telling the truth all of the time. Which sometimes I don't think that they are, but it's because they like secrecy. But their secrecy is more geared towards their money stuff. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. I might do more of these sexy ones because they were very fun. That was fun. So yeah, leave a comment down below if this resonated at all. And I will see you sexy souls in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. Holy crap. So I know the first row here is the Divine Feminine and the back row is the Divine Masculine, and I will be turning those cards over. But first I want to talk about the Divine Feminine. And I do know what these cards all here at the back are because I have seen them already. But when I was just looking at this before I hit record, I was like, whoa. Because this is some sort of relationship that I would love to just be in. Because it still feels quite fresh. It still feels like honeymoon phase. And some people might say, yeah, you're still in the honeymoon phase or whatever. I'm trying to put you off certain things, saying like, you know, after a few months or a year, they start to get annoying and la 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 la. I don't see that for you because right now I see 2 people that are really starting to attract a lot of abundance in their life because they have a healthy relationship. Definitely, I feel like strongly at the minute, there's a lot of sex. There is a lot of body worshipping going on from the masculine side. They are like full on taking control and you are like full on letting them do it. It's just a very fun sexual experience we are having here with these cards. So the first card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. As you can see, he's there sniffing her feet like he just worships her. Literally, the way when I looked at this, it was like you are someone who is you are someone who is definitely very you really look after yourself. Like you're both of you are very attractive. In my eyes, I just see 2 very attractive people, and like you might not some of you might think like I'm not that attractive, but together as a couple having sex, it's hot. Just let me say that. Okay, but you're definitely, they like worship your body. Like there is something about the way that you just are present when you are in the bedroom. Like the way that you lie, the way that you move your body, it's just so feminine and so, even your curves are really nice. Everything about you, they just love, I'm like channeling the masculine here. They just fucking love your body. They just want to sniff every part of you. it's weird, but I feel like they do that. They smell your neck and they smell even in your like armpit, which is weird, but like they like to sniff like here, like in, yeah. And so you are definitely feeling worshipped. Let's just say that. And I think that with this card here, again, we have the Hanged Man. I really think that you like to be worshipped. Like you are a bit of a tease. You're someone who, you know, if you want me, come and get me, but I'm not going to get up and do anything. You're just kind of, not in a like selfish way. You like to just lie there and have everything done to you. And that's just the way that you are. But you're also very sensual. Like you're very slow, you're very in tune with how, it's almost like you psychically kind of control the situation through just being very sensual. And you're very tapped into your spirituality while having sex. And that's why everything for you just seems to be very smooth. And I do think that this is something that is very new. And I don't know about this relationship, if it's still new or anything. You have definitely started, either you found out that you are pregnant, or if you're, that's for people who are in the relationship longer, but anyone that is started new, this relationship seems to, you're trying something new that you've never done before, or you've met a completely different person, someone that you've never been with that type of person before. So everything about this energy is just new. It's a fresh start. But there's something kind of exciting here. And I think, because we have the Ace of Wands here, I think that you're happy you're happy that things have moved this way. Like, you couldn't be happier right now because your sex life is amazing. Your trust with them is amazing. The communication with them, I know what that card is. And we have the Ten of Cups. And I honestly, I don't say this much, but this person, for me, I don't say this much. I actually rarely say this because I don't like telling people that they're the one. But this is like divine. This connection is divine. I've never seen cards like this in my life. Well, I have, but like this is something really exciting and just there's not much to give here. I think that this is just a lot of clarifying, but I am going to channel a little bit of something that I was picking up just while I've seen the whole spread or everything together. But now I'm going to look into the masculine. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have the Ace of Wands. When I seen this, I was like, they have magic hands. They know what they are doing with their fingers, and they're very strong, and they can lift you and throw you wherever they want to go. But they're also very sexual, and they're also, with the Ace of Wands, it's all about excitement. Like, they are just so excited to have sex all the time. And that's all on you. That's all because you control the connection side of things, and they control the strength, the lifting you up, and all of that kind of jazz. So that's a really, like, also, again, they're very, 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 very attractive. In your eyes anyway, but for me, something about what I feel and see is very attractive in their energy. So yeah. We have the Lord of Blades. I'm looking at because he's got like he's like tall, dark, and handsome. But the Divine Masculine has very kinky thoughts with this Ace of Lords. Very kinky thoughts, very adventurous, kind of inventive. They come up with new ideas of things to try out, or they're not afraid of talking dirty and stuff like that. They're very good at communication. I think communication is one of their top things in sex because it lets you kind of feel like you can just lie there and they're talking and it's just it's really hot sex. But yeah. They're also not afraid to, like, there's no limits. Like, with them, there's nothing you couldn't say or do. Like, I feel like you're so comfortable that you could literally fart and they would just be like, that was hot. Like, I don't know, even though that's kind of weird. I think that's quite gross, but, like, I don't know. It's just like, there's no feelings here of, any awkward moments, because they would just be like, they would just say something that would make you feel safe and feel like whatever. So that's great. This is why. Okay, yeah. The Three of Wands, like, this is a divine union. This is a connection here, obviously. But with the Three of Wands, there is. They're a very, very passionate person, and he wants you, and he only wants you, but you are going to start noticing, just because of, so like, some people are very creative and they use their sexual energy that way, and then some people are very sexual and they have very healthy sexual relationships, like you guys, but they stop using their creative energy. So I think that what really you need to kind of think about here is bringing your sexual energy into something that you are passionate about. And I think that they're going to start to feel a little bit like they don't know what their purpose is or what their destiny is, and they're kind of searching for something to kind of make them feel more important in some way in life. And I think that all comes down to you, because they put everything, like they worship you. So it's almost like you have this kind of a hold on them, not in a toxic way at all, but like you have this kind of a hold on them. Like you kind of weigh them down to the earth in a way, and you because they feel safe, they feel very grounded around you. So they're very kind of, they don't really tap into like their third eye or anything. They're very much like just having a good time, enjoying life. They're very solar plexus, like empowered. Yeah, they're very much just a happy person. But if you ever feel like they're showing signs of like a little bit of boredom or like lacking any inspiration, just know that maybe that's why the Ace of Pentacles is coming up as well. They want a new beginning in their own life away from the relationship as well. So I think that you have to kind of suggest things here, because you can't just have it your way all of the time, is what I feel and what I'm hearing. Because with the 10 of Cups, it's like everything is working out for the divine feminine. Everything is very much like divine. But the masculine, like they kind of like are worshipping this energy because it is so motherly. It's like real deep connection, but you have to let them, get up off their ass. I don't think that they're not someone who doesn't, but they could end up getting that way, is what I'm picking up. Because they'll be more relying on the sex to get their creative energy out, and then over time that gets a little bit toxic, okay? The Warden of Vessels. She's got a very, very large penis. Sorry, that's the first time I've actually commented on the penises. Because I have been using this deck I've been reading the book to get to know it, because even though I'm an intuitive reader, I think it's kind of ignorant to not read the books sometimes, because I like to read other people's interpretations of cards. And obviously every deck is different, so I was getting to know this deck, and I like this card because it's like this Warden of Cups is very, to me it feels, they're very silly. They're not afraid to, like, the way that they're spilling the blood down over his chest, he's not afraid to kind of just be silly. He's not afraid to make a mess. He's not afraid to just be a little bit childish, but he's also very mature. It's like only when the door's kind of closed, he's like a different person for you. He's his truest, most authentic self for you and only you, kind of. So that's just something that I'm picking up. I'm also hearing that this is a perfect time for you to start something new yourself, because I think you are starting to feel like, is he my, you're questioning things like that you shouldn't be questioning. Like, is he the one? Is he the one? Maybe he's not. Is he the, or there's something missing. There's something missing. The thing that's missing is you need something for yourself. You need to create something that you're passionate about that does not involve your relationship. You need a break away from each other, because that's when it'll get toxic, and that's normally when people ruin relationships because they just obsess over each other, and that's not what we're here for. Okay, serendipity we have. So this is a lucky card. Again, I said this. Luck is on your side right now. You have perfect chance to, I'm not sure if any of you practice the occult or anything like that, but if you're into sex magic, start looking. If you're not, even look it up just to see how it works, because sex magic is very, very powerful. The intentions that you set during having sex can really manifest things. So if you're open with your partner, you can say, okay, let's have sex, let's set an intention to get a new house. And both of you are visualizing the house or whatever, however you want to do your sex magic. And then, Also, the bodily fluids, the sexual fluids are also a very potent thing for magic. And it's very important for the man to not always be ejaculating as well, because then that's their life force energy, and that's their creative energy. So if they're just spunking it all over the place, they're just drained all the time. So you need to also, that's why I'm just saying that because of this card. I don't want them to feel like uninspired and uncreative in life, okay? And you're going to start noticing a lot of synchronicities of things just lining up for you. That's because you're in a state right now where you are very, 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 how do I put this? You're basically like you're like the high priestess and they're the magician, like two very, very, very strong energies of manifestation. And this is the start of you creating the life, this new beginning for you and them. Yeah. Whew, that was good. That was good. I feel like there's a lot of peace in your life as well at the minute, even though like the world's a wee bit still nuts. A wee bit, it's still a lot nuts. But you've got your own nuts. To put all up in your mouth. Okay, anyway, sorry. It's too far. Yeah, so if you liked this reading, Sexy Soul, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. So, do you like my little setup here? So at the front row, the cards that are revealed is the Divine Feminine, and in the back is the Divine Masculine. I do know what, I've seen the back row, so I kind of have a general idea of everything all in one, but I am going to pick pieces here and there to show you where I'm getting that information or from. Yeah. The first thing that I want to say is that you are very much attracted to older masculine energy. If you are the feminine, switch the roles if not. So yeah, the Divine Feminine really wants someone who is older and very good looking. So I'm not sure if you have that. I'm just going to be honest with this energy. This energy is a little bit up and down. I don't know if there is a relationship or there's not a relationship, because everything here just seems on both sides complicated. I'm just going to be honest. That's what I feel. Because I'm not sure. There is a little bit of codependent issues here with the Divine Feminine, relying on others, to kind of help them understand what it is that it's like. I'm going to talk about over here just for right now. We have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like you have a lot, if you're the Divine Feminine, with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like there's a lot of disappointment. Sorry, I can't speak. There's a lot of disappointment, and like, especially with sex, it's never the way that everyone explains it to be. It's always kind of, you never reach orgasm, or you never really just feel like that was great. It's always just kind of meh, it's fine. And then with this Queen of Wands energy here, it's like you're always though trying to seduce. You want people to be looking at you, and you kind of move in a way to push yourself out, or when you know there's people watching you, because you are sending off an energy of attracting people to you. So you are attracting a lot of energy, and you can have sex if you want, whenever you want, but it's because, we'll talk about it in a second, but it's because you have codependent issues. I'm just going to say it. And that needs to be worked through. Obviously, I can't tell you how to do that right now in one video. But yeah, that's what I do see with this energy. It's happened because of your childhood or how your parents were. Go back to that stage in your life. Go back to your childhood and everything like that. And that should, if you want if you want to attract someone who is going to stick by you, if you want to attract a better relationship, then you need to just kind of focus on that for maybe a little while, and looking up videos, going to some sort of a healer, getting a private reading with me. I can help if you want. There's so many different ways you can go about this, but you just have to set the intention of really wanting to heal this, because that's just what I feel. And I was a huge person, a huge codependent person. And I still have a little bit of that in me. And I know it now, though. I'm aware of it, and I can change whenever I feel like I'm letting this person take over my life, kind of thing. But it's not that you're... I'm going to say it as well. Some of you are a little bit of a gold digger, because I know what the cards are at the background here, from the masculine side. So some of you are a little bit of a gold digger. You like someone who is got a bit of money, or they've got a little bit of... I don't know. They've got something going for themselves. But yeah, with the King of Wands here, this person is very much, they've got a very magnetic personality, or you attract very magnetic people. And I just want to say be careful with that, because what I feel and what I'm hearing, a lot of narcissistic people are very magnetic in nature, in the way that they are, because they are very manipulative, and they know how to suck people in. It's like a succubus. They just like literally know how to draw you in. So they know what they're doing as well. So just be aware of, I'm not sure if you're in a relationship with this person, but just know that they know what to do to keep you. I'm not saying that anyone that you're in a relationship with is a narcissist, but anyone that is single, because it's different, I'm going to change it in a second, hold on. Anyone that is single, I'm seeing that you could attract narcissistic energy, but overall I don't see this as being narcissist, because there's nothing that kind of is triggering that for me, apart from that card. Just because of the cards in the background, it kind of is weaving in a little bit for some people, so I just have to put that out there, that this is a general reading, because I don't like throwing the word narcissist around, because a lot of people have different levels of it, and at the end of the day, it teaches people a lesson. I don't like to talk too much about narcissists, because I had such a hate for them, but I just say that because I'm a little bit weary about, if you're letting your guard down, or you're on the hunt for someone who has a bit of money, you're going to get disappointed. You're just going to get yourself into a situation where the universe is going to slap you in the face and be like, you silly bitch. Okay, because with the Hierophant here, I think that there's a little bit of disillusionment, is that the word? With regards to someone in the relationship. There's the sex here just doesn't, I'm not seeing any like good sex. Like it just feels like it's a lot of like beforehand of like teasing and flirting and all of this kind of like worship kind of stuff, but then when the actual sexual intercourse happens, it's just kind of like, what was that? That's what I'm feeling. And also I feel like with the divine masculine, it's always, the other person's always wanting, it's like they want to, like it's always so rushed. It's like, okay, take that off. Okay, take this. It's so rushed. I don't know. It's because you give off that impression of like, I can't put my finger on it. It's like they want someone who fills that void in them. You're attracting people who they want someone who treats them like royalty, and you do that, and then they have this way of like treating you kind of like let's have sex and it's done kind of thing. And that's a wrong energy to be in. So yeah, I'm trying not to make this sound harsh, so don't take this, like, if this was a personal reading, I would be a little bit more harsh probably. This is a general reading, so just take what resonates, okay? Because I'm really trying to hold back my words, but there is some things that I just want to say, like, for example, that is a no, that's a red flag, okay? Red flag for you, red flag for them. No, you don't do that. You don't put someone above you. You don't, I'm not saying that like S&M kind of shit, like that's not a bad thing, whatever. But there is, in my opinion, there's a little bit of woundedness in that. Because it's not, if you're wanting to have a more spiritual, sexual, kind of tantric connection in a relationship, this is the opposite. This is more like about sex toys and like worshipping the body and only the body. It's all about like grabbing the ass and like everything just, I don't know. I don't like the masculine's thoughts. It's because it's pushing you to act like a way that you don't want to really always be. With this Seven of Pentacles, it's like you don't really know how to think about that. You think like, is that normal? Like, was that good sex? You don't really know how to judge it because you've never had someone treat you in a way where it's just pure like intimate. Anyway, I spoke a little bit too long there. So I want to say as well, you're attracting, I'm not sure if you're wanting children in the future, but if you're not, lucky you, because you're attracting someone who isn't very fertile, because their passion towards wealth is a little bit too much. Like they're too obsessed with wealth, and the only way that they can give back is through sex. But it's a little bit, because we have the Six of Pentacles here. They're really using sex as a way of giving you what you want. So even though you're attracting someone maybe that, this feels like a single person's reading, by the way. So if you're in a relationship, I'm sorry, because this, for me, I keep using words that is people who are single or kind of dating, and yeah, I just feel like that's what it is, more so. We have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about someone thinking about leaving someone or letting go or loss of something or whatever. But this Five of Cups, it really, it doesn't give me a good vibe, because this is in the masculine side, and it's almost like I think that's where I was getting the, like with these two energies here, the Hierophant and the Five of Cups, it's like they want you to ask for, it's almost like you're asking them for approval of things, and you're always like asking, and there's no back and forth, okay? Because it's like, do you want me to do this? And then they're like, yeah, do that. And then it's just like that. It's like, how about, do you want me to try that? And you're like, yeah, lift your leg. Or whatever. It's just very, very like, duh. And they're already thinking about, they're not even in it, really. That's where the real disconnect is, because with this Hierophant here, it's like, got these two lovely ladies worshipping him, and he's sitting there on his throne, and he's like looking way beyond, like he is more than you can imagine. It's a very much like, I am what I am. I don't know. And then because I have the Five of Cups there, it's like mixing with the two energies, what I feel and what I see is like that there's some sort of a like an emotional, like it's almost like they're not emotionally ready to be with someone, and they're constantly already feeling like there is some sort of like it's going to end, and they're always thinking about the end of this, or they're very much like used to letting people go. you're attracting that energy of like people who are used to just being in a relationship and then ending it. They've had probably a few too many exes, and it's a bit questionable. Because that's just the way it doesn't really affect them because they're not emotionally available. So yeah, I forgot that was there. And it's funny how I was picking it up anyway. The Four of Pentacles, again, everything is money. Pentacles, Pentacles. And I think there's Pentacles here, isn't there? Yep, Ace of Pentacles. So everything is focused on money. Everything is wanting... Yeah, like, I'm trying to see if I can feel anything else. But the only thing I'm getting is like, with these two cards, it's like, money is everything to them. Money is the real thing that they love. They love money more than anything else. And they're always looking for a new beginning. They're always looking for something more that they can invest in and something more that they can start. And if you think that you're going to get their money, think again, because the way that they have their mindset is, yeah, I'll provide for a while, but when it gets too much, I'll have to be like, nah. So that's why that's there. Like, that's on their mind. That's the number one thing on their mind here is like, I know I'm not emotionally ready for anything because I've got my own wounding. So they already know that it's going to end. This is harsh, but I can't say what I don't see, and this is what I do see, so I have to say what I see, sorry. Yeah, that's just on their mind, that's what it is. It's like they love money more than anything, and whenever you start to be like asking for a little bit too much, then they just be like, yeah, this is not time for new beginning, because my money is not your money. And that's the way I see it. There is a very selfish energy about these masculine older men that are very hot and good looking and have like business suits or whatever, but they're not. There's wounding here, and it's not. I don't think that right now is the time for you to be having sex until you figure out what your own, because this is a reflection of you, and it's not the masculine's fault that they're that way. That's their issue. You have to look at what's here in the background and see how that reflects your own wounding, and that's going to take a while. Like, you might get a private reading from me and then have to get a private reading from someone else, or a Reiki session with someone else, or something, blah, 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 blah. This takes like months. Some people takes years. But, well, like, to fully transition out of this energy, it does take a couple. For me, I think it's going to take me a couple of years, but luckily for me, I have plenty of time to be alone. We're in lockdown again here in Ireland, so yeah, luckily for me, I have a lot of time to work on myself, and I'm looking at when we just went into this I was meant to get my hair done, but literally the day before, the hairdressers closed. Or I was meant to go yesterday, but it closed on Thursday. It's bullshit. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is you have plenty of time now to be working on yourself. I just want to pull some more cards for you, group number 3, because yours was the hardest. Everyone else's group was kind of good, good enough, but yours was a little bit like not so good for you, because I feel like it's hard. Courage. Okay, we have courage. I think that you're expecting some sort of a miracle to happen, and I'm not sure, but like, you need to now be a little bit more. You need to start taking charge of your money, your abundance, as what I'm hearing as well. You need to have the courage to do things for yourself. You need to bring your creativity. These are two major things that I'm seeing for you. Is like you're using your intuition, your third eye, for the wrong way. You're working it the wrong way around. Like you're using sex as a way to release from any trauma that you've had through the years, and you're being asked to do more research on, like, this. For me, I'm hearing that this learning through this is actually something that's going to be very beneficial for you in the future, because you're going to be teaching, or not teaching as in like what I do, but like you're just going to be an example for people in the future, and you're going to look back at this time you spent working on, like, not chasing after someone who is what you think you want. Whenever you really look back at every single person that was like that, they always left you disappointed. Okay? So we have serendipity again. That came for pile 2. I think that you already know what you have to do. You're already yin. You already know that you have to start working on your divine feminine. You have to start loving yourself, loving your own body. You have to really treat yourself in the way that... What? I just felt something weird there. Thinker. Okay. You've been thinking, obviously. You've been thinking about it, and it's... This, one last thing I will say, this whole wanting more experiences, wanting to just kind of disconnect, and using like sex as a way to disconnect is never going to fill you up with anything. You're always going to be searching for something. So you really need to start working on this. And the number one thing I would want you to work on is, I'm hearing not sacral chakra. At first I feel like you need to work on your solar plexus, and then your sacral chakra, and then your root chakra, because I think for some reason it's there that it needs to go. It needs to work its way down. Usually I would work my way up, but for you, like, it feels like that. So, yeah. I'm sorry if this was harsh, but I hope it was helpful. I'm not going to say I hope you enjoyed this, because I don't know if that was enjoyable. But yes, I tried to spend a little bit more time on looking into this, but this is a general reading, so I think I said that 4 times now, and that's usually not me. I just say it once. But I just feel like some of you are like, this is a shit time. So yeah, and leave a comment down below if it resonated, if you want, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.